Hi, I'm Lori, and today I decided to make my first video about curly hair. Now, this video is just explaining kind of my whole story in a really short video. So, I am 27 years old, and I am a music major, and I am a mixed chick, as the product name is. Um, I am Puerto Rican, Mexican, and French, which is a huge mix and it's very varied, but that also meant that I had a lot of different cultural influences, sorry. And my family, though my mom's side is Puerto Rican and French, most of them have straight hair. Some of them have a little bit of wave, but not very much. I am one of three people on my mom's side with curly hair. One of them is my cousin, and her curls are not as tight as mine, and she mostly blow dries her hair now that she's an adult and she's a mom, and it's just easier for her to maintain, I guess, when it's straight. My uncle, my mom's brother, has very thick, very kinky curly hair, and he doesn't know how to do anything with it, so he just keeps it really, really short and uses gel and stuff like that guys use. So here I am, and my mom, when I was growing up, and my grandmother really didn't know what to do with my hair. So my grandmother would put my hair in pigtails, which I absolutely hated, and she would comb my hair with the fine tooth comb, little combs, and it hurt so much. And it was a lot of time that went into that, and being a child who had ADD, it wasn't easy for me to be able to just sit there and go through that. So fast forward to 2 years ago, in June of 2012, I decided I should Google how to manage curly hair. I figured I use the internet for everything else. Why not try it? So I did. And I came across a vlogger, actually, a YouTuber, whose name is WaterLily716. Her name is actually Sarah. And I watched every single one of her videos. At the time, I think she had 128 videos on curly hair, and I watched all of them. It was a huge, huge help. It really was. I had no idea that there was really a way to make my curly hair look good, or for me to, more surprisingly, not hate my curly hair. I'd spent all those years just putting gel and lathering on hairspray, and it never worked, and my hair would end up really dry, and it was just so damaging to my hair. I really didn't know what else to do. So I started it with co-washing, and immediately could tell the difference. Once I stopped using shampoo and started using conditioner to cleanse my hair, it completely changed. I could tell in the first month. The type of curl that I had was completely different, and my hair was growing out. I had cut 11 inches of my hair, and I had a really, really, really short hair. And if you Google Carrie Russell short hair, that's how short my hair was at that time, and it was starting to grow out. So it was going through kind of an awkward growth stage, and it wasn't healthy because I just put gel to style my hair, and I used something called Curls Rock by, oh gosh, what's the name? Curl, oh goodness, I can't remember the name. But it's Curls Rock is the name of the Catwalk. That's what it is. Catwalk Curls Rock. And it did work for my hair for a long period of time. I actually stopped using it, I would say, a few months ago, because it just wasn't working for my hair. It was actually starting to make my hair a little drier. And I guess because now my hair is a lot more healthy and it's moisturized, the curls are slightly different than they were before. And maybe I didn't notice it as much before. So nowadays I used the Mix Chick leave-in conditioner after my shower. And I used the Jane Carter's curl defining cream to style my hair. And I sometimes use a little bit of the Herbal Essences Totally Twisted gel, and I mean about this much, basically. Just like the top part of my right index finger. It's really not very much, and it's really just around the halo to reduce the frizz. And as you can see, the bright light behind me, it actually shows that. Now, I have gotten a lot of tips and advice on my hair through the Curly Girl Handbook book. And I have it, actually, I don't have the physical book, I have the iPad book, because really I just prefer the iPad. It's easier. I mean, right now on this little iPad, I have almost 1,000 books, and it's just so easy to handle. So I'm going to show you the cover so you can kind of see what it looks like. This is the cover of the book, and you can find it on Amazon. It's by Lorraine Massey and Michael Bender. Lorraine Massey actually created what is called Diva Curl. That is her line of products. And she has a method for cutting curly hair that's called Diva Cut. And I've had 2 Diva Cuts over the last 2 years. The first one I had was right after I started with the Curly Girl method. That's what they call it. If you Google Curly Girl method, you'll find a lot of information on it. And basically what it is that you do not use any sulfates, silicones, limited amount of alcohols in your hair, and you mostly treat your hair different, and you let your curls do what it is that they do. You can find many videos on that on YouTube, and later on, as the channel continues, I will go ahead and I will start posting my personal routines. But for now, I just kind of wanted to do an intro video and explain sort of what my journey has been over the last couple of years. And even before that, when I hated my hair. And for years, people would tell me, "Oh, I love your hair. I wish I had curls." And I'm like, "You can have them," because I really, really hated them. And I just wasn't happy with them. And I didn't know how to manage them. No one in my family really did. So, it's kind of just something that I have grown into, and I'm really glad that I have, because I love my curls, and now I really take care of them. And it's just like any other part of your body that you take care of, and you exfoliate your skin, and we pay so much attention to our skin and not as much to our hair when we have curly hair oftentimes, because we just don't know what else to do, or we've always used hair gel or mousse or hairspray to make it somewhat manageable. And it sucks that we're not really able to learn how to care for these beautiful curls that are on our heads. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, and yes, I do have a Diva Cut. I think I mentioned that earlier. And I got it it's mid-July, so I got it at the beginning of July. And it's something that I needed to do for myself. They start on average at about $70 or $75, and the reason why, I know that's really expensive, and normally I would not do that. But going to hair cuttery and spending $17 or whatever it is on a haircut that you know is from someone who really doesn't know how to cut curly hair in a way that will be most beneficial to the person who's wearing the hair, it's really not worth it. I saved up for it, and it's not something that you have to do on a regular basis at all. I did it the first time 2 years ago, and I just did it again. So it'll be 2 years in August since I had the first of the Diva Cuts. And what they do is that, let me just take a curl. So they take a curl. Let me just separate it because these are two curls actually. Okay, so they take a curl like this, and they cut. If they were to cut this hair, they would cut at the base or the beginning of the S. Do you see how the hair kind of looks sort of like an S? So that's basically the premise of the curly, the Diva Cut. And it makes it so that you have less poof happening at your ends, so that you don't end up with what's called triangle hair, which is just kind of like end up like this basically. And that has happened to so many women over the years, and probably men too, but it's always been kind of a struggle to deal with it, because if you don't get a cut that actually is helpful for your particular style of hair, in this case curly hair, you're going to end up regretting it. And it's going to be a huge, huge pain in the butt, because then you're going to spend more money trying to find products that'll help you make it look the way you want it to look, when in reality, you could have used such fewer products if you would have gotten a better haircut. So I highly, highly recommend Diva Cut. If you go to naturallycurly.com, you can find a link that says salons, and you can put in your city and state or your zip code, and it will come up with a list of certified Diva Cut stylists, and you can read reviews. It'll have the contact information for the salon, and you'll have reviews for each stylist. I chose a different one for the second cut, because the first person, while she did a good job on the cut itself, I didn't like the way she styled my hair. That particular stylist I felt was trying to impose her style on my hair, and I didn't like that. I would fix my hair in a particular way when we were finishing, and she would change it to the way that she wanted it, because she wanted it parted on a particular side, and it was very irritating for me, because that's not what I wanted. I'm the one who has to wear the hair, and that's the reason why I felt that it was a little intrusive in that sense. The second woman who I went to cut my hair was amazing. Very, very kind. Definitely knows her stuff about curls. And I love my cut. I showed her a photograph that was similar to what I wanted for my hair, and she said, "Oh yeah, I think this is a great cut for you, and I think that this would be something that we could definitely do." So I have a combination of 3A curls, type 3A curls, and I have a little bit of, where is it? See if I can find it. 2B back here. And you can see that it's very different from the much tighter curls over here. I have a lot of corkscrew shaped curls, and I have Botticelli in the back, which is really hard actually for you to see in the lighting, but see if I can find one. Anyway, so that's basically what I have as far as a mixture of curls in my hair. So anyway, next video that I have, I will probably do a tutorial or show you kind of my routine. I would love to hear some requests if you have any, or if you have any questions, and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, okay? Bye.